Hello lovely people! Welcome back to my channel. So today is Wednesday, 21st of October 2020, and it is now 12 midday. We are flying back to Hong Kong tonight at 6:40 p.m. but we're gonna leave in our place at 1 p.m. because we want to be there at least 3 hours before our flight. We are coming from Essex, so it'll take about 2 hours drive to get to the airport. So hopefully it will give us plenty of time when we are in the airport. So first thing we're gonna do while we're here is to download the Safe app. I think that's what you call it. That's what we need when we arrive to Hong Kong, and we have all the papers we need, like the negative certificate of COVID, fit to fly, and the accreditation of the clinic. So hopefully we'll be okay when we get to the airport. We're gonna leave in an hour and I'll give you an update when we get to the airport. We are in the Heathrow Airport now. We arrived an hour early than we anticipated. So we're gonna go in. We'll see if we're allowed to check in because we're 4 hours early. It is not as empty as Hong Kong Airport. There are people, but it's not crowded as well. So we'll see. Okay, so we are going to check in. We're going there, the first class check-in. So we have our own private costume and everything. So that's our own immigration later. We're not allowed to check in yet. We need to go to Zone F to get all our papers cleared. So we're out again, and then we are not allowed to check in yet because we need to check in 3 hours prior to our flight, so we need to wait. Right, I'm still in the BA first class check-in area. There's still a confusion whether we can check in here or we need to go to F. We were told we need to go to F. When we went to F, they said we need to wait. So now we are just checking if we can do it here. The manager is on the way, so we'll see. Hopefully we can solve this confusion. Okay, so the manager is here and she's trying to help us. Hopefully we can check in here. She's just looking at our paper, and then we just have to wait. That guy there is very helpful. So the checking in confusion, we were not supposed to check in early. We were supposed to check in 3 hours before boarding, and the allocated area for checking our papers is in Zone F. But when we get there, the guy there told us to come back at 4:30 p.m., which means we need to wait for more than 2 hours. But we're worried that if ever there's a problem with our papers, then we will not have enough time to sort it out. So we went back to the first class check-in. And the people there are more reasonable and accommodated, and they're very helpful, especially the guy who we think is the floor manager. And since we are also a diamond member, so we have a bit of advantage. So they help us track the right person to help us, which we think is the general manager. She was very helpful too. So she checked our papers, the certificate, the negative certificate, the fit to fly certificate, the clinic certificate, and the hotel booking, and our IDs. And once she's finished and she saw that there's no problem, then she let us through. Okay. So we got out, we're done in port. And now we're going the lounge?
The first class lounge.
First class lounge. Right, so we have our food now. There you go. Okay, I think we have everything. So, enjoy the view. And that's it. Buon appetito! Going to the toilet, I noticed they have a two-way system. So this is the way out, and then the other side is the way in. I guess it's to avoid people facing each other when they're walking. And this is the lounge. So it's empty. There's a lot of bottled water, but there's no food around. You have to order your food through internet. So all the table have like this. So you have to scan the QR code, and then the menu will come out, and you have to order it from there, and then they will serve everything to your table. We're going out now. We're going to our gate. We need to take train to get there. So, this is how it looks like. We're boarding now, but they're starting from the back row to the front row, which makes sense to make it more organized. So we're just waiting because we're in the front row. We'll have to go last. And so we just boarded. We have this thing. We're gonna use it to clean our seats and everything that you can see. So there we go. Everything that you will touch. The laziest way of doing and everything. Okay. Good, slide have downloaded the Stay at Home app, and we have filled up the Hong Kong Immigration Health Declaration form. So I don't know what's next. So we are in Hong Kong International Airport. I don't know where we're going. It says we can collect our baggage in baggage belt number 10, but I don't know where we need to do the test. At the moment, nobody is helping us or directing us, so we'll see. It seems like there's people directing us now at this point, so we'll see. Oh, we need to line up here. Okay. We're gonna get on the train.
Okay, so just to give you an additional information of what you need to do before you fly to Hong Kong from England, I decided to make notes of some of the important things that you need to do. So hopefully this will help you. So first is you need to fill up the Hong Kong Government Health Declaration form to get the QR code. So this is very important. You can have maximum of 4 people in one gadget or one phone. Also, you need to download the Stay at Home Safe app. So this is very important as you need to show it multiple times when you arrive to Hong Kong Airport, and also before you fly, before you go on board. They will check it in Heathrow Airport. So make sure your hotel is booked for 14 nights, not 14 days. And it should start on the day of your arrival. Regardless if you have to go to the government quarantine hotel or not. Okay? And make sure you print everything. The hotel booking, the certificate, make sure it's all printed in hard copy. You're gonna have to show that to Hong Kong Airport and UK Airport. So in Heathrow Airport, they will check the 3 certificates, the fit to fly certificate, the negative test certificate, and the clinic accreditation certificate, and also the hotel booking. So make sure you have that. They have the right to deny your boarding if they see problems with your papers. So I know it happens many times before, so make sure that you checked everything. Make sure that your name is printed the same as how it was written on your IDs or your passport. So in Hong Kong Airport, as soon as we got off the train to the immigration, we were asked, or they check if we have the QR code and the Stay at Home apps before we were allowed to go through further procedures. So that's very important. Those who doesn't have the QR code and the app were asked to stay and do them before they were allowed to go through. And then they scanned our hand carry luggage before we proceeded to the next area to get our quarantine bracelet.
Right, our baggage has been checked. They also check if we have the Stay at Home Safe app and the QR code for the health declaration. So I'm glad we did that prior to this arrival. So this is how it looked like. It's very organized. There's a sign everywhere.
Okay, so in this part, we were not allowed to do any photos or video recording. So here's what happened. We were given our quarantine bracelets. Mine is a bit loose, so if you want, you can ask the officer to make it tight. And I saw some people having a problem with the end of their bracelet. You can ask the officer to fold it for you like this, so you don't need to worry about it. I'm okay with my one. So anyway, so they will put it on for you. You're not gonna do it for yourself. And then they will direct you to queue up to see the health officers. Okay, so we saw the airport health representative. They checked again the QR code and the stay-at-home app, and then the papers, the pit to fly certificate, negative certificate, and the accreditation, and also the hotel bookings. They also check our IDs, Hong Kong IDs and passport IDs, and then our boarding pass. So make sure you have your boarding pass with you, because they will ask for that. Make sure you don't lose that. And then they scanned our QR code, and then they helped us started with the stay-at-home app. And then when everything was good, we were given instruction of how and what we need to do while in quarantine. So they gave us this brown envelope, this one. So it's useful to ask any questions if you have anything in mind during that time. The officers will answer any questions anyway. They're very helpful. So in here you have everything that you need. This is where we put our temperature, and then the instructions, everything is in here. So they will give that to you if everything is okay. And then after that, they gave us a red lanyard. For the high-risk country, they will give you the red lanyard, and for the low-risk country, they gave them green lanyard. So I think that's how they tell where you're from. And then we were directed to the next person or next table who gave us the COVID test set. They also gave us a room or cubicle number like this. I managed to keep mine. Okay, so where you can do your spit test. But before that, there's a video where you can watch how you're gonna do the test or how you're gonna take sample that you can watch before you proceed to your cubicle. They call the test the deep throat saliva test, because you need to do the okay, when you're providing the saliva sample. So it is coming from the throat, not just from your mouth. Actually, I managed to take photo of my test kit, so let me show you. So after the test, we headed to the next window. We had to walk to there. That's when we were asked if we're a vegetarian or not, so that they can prepare our meal in the government provided hotel. And then after that, we were just asked to sit on a chair where we waited for our shuttle bus that will take us to Rambler Garden Hotel. The wait took about an hour or maybe just over an hour. I'm not really sure. I've lost track. I mean, by that time, I don't feel like it's very long because I was very busy fiddling with my phone anyway. So, but it's not very long. I think they waited for a fair amount of passengers before we headed to the immigration, which is very quick because most of us are Hong Kong residents, so we don't really need to see an immigration person. We just need to use our ID. So that was very quick. Then we fetched our luggage, and then we were directed to go to the bus. So everything was smooth and easy. It was very efficient, and the airport people were very helpful, so I have no problem with that.
Okay, we are waiting in carousel number 10. We were not allowed to take video inside, but anyway, we are now waiting for our baggage, and then we will go to different hotel. It's not Dorset, I can't remember what it is, for a night, and then we will go to our hotel tomorrow. We are on the bus now. We're going to Rambler Garden Hotel, and we're gonna stay there for a night while waiting for our COVID test result.
The Rambler Garden Hotel, checking in Rambler Garden was very easy. It was very efficient too. I suggest you sit in front of the bus when you get on the bus, so that you'll be the first one to get off, and then get your suitcase, and then you get to the line first as well when you're checking in. So that's what we did anyway. The Rambler Garden Hotel room, I'm okay with the room, but it took me overnight to see the plug. There's only one place where they put the plug, but yeah, aside from that, it was okay. One thing I observed is that the telephone in the room only works one way. It's like the hotel can call you, but then you can't call them, because I was trying to call them because I was not sure where was the plug, but it seems like it's not working one way or that way. But other than that, everything was fine. I know some people are complaining about the room, but our room was okay. I mean, it's okay just for a night. I think it was okay.
This is the hotel room where we're gonna stay for a night. It's very small. We brought our own food, so we're not gonna go hungry. This is the room, one of the rooms in Rambler Garden Hotel. There's 2 small beds, and that's the view. We were given these 2 cups, and there were 2 bottled water as well. And the pillows is covered with plastic inside, so it's actually very, well, not very uncomfortable, but a little bit uncomfortable, because it's a bit noisy when you're moving. This, they provided a kettle, and there's a plug there. It took us overnight to find that. They also provide a slipper. We didn't use that. Oh, there's still the water bottle. And then They have this small TV. Didn't really work. The toilet. They have 2 towels, and then they also provided 2 toothbrush, shower cup, and 2 hand towels. There's a roll of tissue, and then this 2-in-1 shampoo and body wash. There's a shower. Yeah. Very basic, but good enough to sleep just for a night. Okay, that's the door. The key, you can only use it once. Once you use it to go in, you can never go out and use it again to go back in. So you have to stay in your room. Can we check out now? Bye-bye.
Okay, so checking out in Rambler Garden Hotel, for me, it's either you beat the queue if you're in a hurry, or you let it pass if you're not in a hurry. So we did neither, so we ended up queuing up. But again, it was very efficient, so we didn't really wait that long. And then going to your quarantine place, which is either hotel or your home, you can either take taxi or Uber or private car if you have one, or if you have someone to pick you up. You just need to jot down your taxi or your transportation information in case it is needed in the future if ever you fall positive during quarantine time. Hopefully that won't happen, but yeah, they will give you a paper in the airport. They will give you a paper where you can write the taxi information or your transportation information in case it is needed for the future. So just make sure you do that, but hopefully you don't need it. I hope you enjoyed this video and you find it helpful and informative. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and push the notification bell so that you are updated every time I upload a new video. And don't forget to share this video. Thank you for watching. Bye!